And joining us now on set is Diane Friedgut, the director of the annual Masorti Women's Study Days, which took place on June 21st. A lot of women from Israel gathered and prayed together, sang together, held seminars and meditation sessions, and you know what they say, it takes a village. Welcome, right. Diane, to the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So tell us how this idea and this passion of yours came about to do this such a beautiful thing for women.
Okay, well, about 21 years ago, I was approached by Women's League for Conservative Judaism that I had been connected with in the States before we made Aliyah to create an educational project for women that would also focus on their common issues as women and as Jewish women. And from that we would try to create a community of women crossing age lines, crossing language lines. So with the help of my mentors, the very well-known Professor Alice Shalvey and the then president of Women's League, Janet Tobin, and Rabbi David Golinkin, I put together something which was in 4 languages and which to this day now brings together women from ages 16 to 92.
Wow. So when you were saying before about finding the commonalities, what would you say the main kind of commonalities are as you're bringing, these Jewish women together?
I think there's a need in today's society, which many times we're kind of living within a lot of chaos, that we have moments to share together on challenges that we all face as women. And you have someone to share it with. And we don't just talk about it, we start with a text base, so we trust our history, our heritage, our Jewish sources. We try to educate ourselves and empower ourselves, really, to work first within our families and then branch out to our kilot and to the greater Israeli society.
So tell us about the program. What were the types of sessions, seminars, meditations that you guys did?
Each year we do a theme. We have actually 4 seminars a year. This one is in June. We have 3 in the winter in 3 areas in Kibbutz Hanaton, in Kfar Saba at Kilat Hod V'Hadar, and Beersheba. We have, right, at each place about 100 to 150 women are coming, and in June we have nearly 300 coming from every part of Israel.
How amazing.
Yeah.
And what types of lectures? Does a lot of it get into just, women, how women are merging, being women with the ethics of Judaism, or is a lot of it separate from like women as women and women in Judaism?
It's really, it depends on the theme. So we've done the theme last year of Me Too, which involved all of that subject, which was very, very much
topical.
In everyone's mind. Right. And this time our theme was Women Wow the World, with their spirit and energy, with the idea that there are women who impacted on society in many, many ways, and we don't know who they are. They get kind of lost. They're invisible. There's a woman from Kurdistan in the 17th century who was a Rosh Yeshiva, and until the lecturer I selected told me about her, I had never heard of her.
How brilliant that we're able to kind of bring these stories of these people that did so much in our history that are not even a footnote. It sounds like
they're not even a footnote. It's exactly so. And we ran a marvelous panel this time, because we're even though it is based on the Masorti kilot, we have women coming from every stream of Judaism, and we had really an amazing panel with the Orthodox woman rabbi, Rabbanit Jenny Rosenfeld, and the Reform rabbi, Rabbi Mira Chovav, and Rabbi Diana Villa, along with Professor Shalvey, did a entire panel based on how each one, as a woman and a rabbi, relate to the other in our society today, which is, we have many others that we all know today that we deal with. It's not easy. And how do we deal with them, both as a human being and also in terms of our own Jewish law?
Right, of course. And I mean, how great to, to really kind of bring together also people of so many different generations. Are you seeing this starting to kind of impact the next generation of young women that will, hopefully kind of bring to life more stories of people from our past?
Well, we had a really nice thing that we had 3 young women. One came with her 3-week-old baby all the way from Beersheba, and 2 others with young babies. The young woman who came with the 3-week-old baby said to me, "Isn't this amazing?" She said, "I can study Torah and I can nurse my baby without any problem.
Wow.
I am blessed with women.
Wow. It's really so amazing. What are your long-term goals with this program?
Well, each year for the 4 seminars, we try to reach more people. We know that once you come once, you'll keep coming. We have people coming for 15 years.
Beautiful.
But it's hard to convince the first to come the first time.
Yeah.
So that is our goal. And it's a person-to-person thing. I have a committee of 125 women from all over the country who get together once for 1 hour to throw out their ideas. I go to different cities and I meet with them and we try to decide what are we going to study this year. So it's coming from the ground up. It's not coming from
the top down. Right. They're not being lectured at.
No,
They're part of the process of building the curriculum.
Right.
And even like all the rabbis you mentioned that are female rabbis, I mean, how many, just a few decades ago, there weren't female rabbis.
Right.
So that in of itself is very historic, right?
Right. It's a really talented, dedicated, wonderful young women. We have a few men also teach. We do.
It's okay. Men welcome. Men welcome, right?
Right. We have a few.
And do you think there's going to be a renewed interest in, also the next generation, women getting into rabbinical studies? Do you think we're going to see more in the future, in the next 10 years?
I think we're going to see more. I think that women are starting to realize that they can learn and study just as much as the men.
If not more.
Well, we don't have to get into that. We don't have to say more. We don't have to. It's not a competition.
I know.
It's not a competition. But I think it's
there
important.
are a lot of stories. It's important, but also I think that's part of the. It sounds like part of the kind of the bringing together of this time is also the men also knowing and recognizing, the women that came before us as well, because they were, all of these women, all of the matriarchs were obviously wives, mothers, daughters, grandmothers that. Must have played a very important role.
They
obviously,
did play
all those thousands of years ago, even if it's not front and center on the headlines, right?
I mean, they really did play that role because a lot of the music, even music, prayers, all came through the women.
Yeah, a lot of music.
The mothers and the grandmothers were singing to the children, and that was being carried for generations. So we're trying to uncover that and to try to renew ourselves through what they were trying to tell us about.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much, and keep up the great work. And really, it's so special.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Don't go anywhere, everyone. We'll be right back after a short commercial break. We have much more coming up on Holy Land Uncovered.